It's 100.3 Philly's R&B. I have actor from Philly, TJ Adams, on with me. He plays ODB, Oh Dirty Bastard, in the WuTang and American Saga, coming back to Hulu, the final edition on February 15th. Hi, TJ.
How you doing, Philadelphia? What's up? I'm good.
You're talking to your hometown, TJ.
Yes, I love Philly. How y'all feeling, Philly?
We're good, TJ. We watch
Good.
you. We've been watching you on this WuTang and American Saga. You represent Philly. How has this whole experience been for you, coming from Philly and now acting and kind of representing like a New York Staten Island group, right?
Yeah, it's a whole dream come true because I started off making music in Philly. I was with a group called the Bakery Boys, and we actually rapped over Wu-Tang beats, and we made our logo resemble Wu-Tang. So it's a full circle of like, believing in yourself and like manifesting the life you want to have. So it's one of those moments for me. I'm glad to, first of all, shout out to how Philly supported me through all 3 seasons. I got to say that.
So what school did you go to in Philly?
I went to Simon Gratz. I graduated. You know
Oh,
about
you
Gratz?
went to Simon Gratz. What
Yeah.
year did you graduate?
2013. I went graduated 2013, and I started acting probably a couple years after that, or like right after that, for real.
I was going to ask, how did it go from music to acting? Because we're seeing that a lot. A lot of actors
Yeah,
actually also create music now.
I was just realizing how oversaturated hip hop was, and like I knew that I had to be, versatile to really make it out the hood. Like, so I was, you know, I knew I had to balance both. I'm like, I got to do more than one thing to try to really get out my environment. So that's what I did. I was just doing both things.
So would you say, what would you say is like your biggest moment to date in your acting career?
Biggest moment today hasn't even come yet because it's coming February 15th. Season 3. We got so many like twists and turns of like Wu-Tang Clan. Like, this is never before seen. This has never been done, I feel like, ever in television. Like, the way we created a story, and just, everybody know the Wu-Tang story already. So we wanted to make it fun. We wanted to make it exciting. So we created like just a whole universe for people to dive more into the Wu-Tang universe and like, just appreciate it, especially being, the 50th anniversary of hip hop. You know what I mean? So my biggest moment of acting has not come yet. It's dropping February 15th, I will say again. You know what I mean? So season 3 is going to be.
I wanted to ask that because I wonder if people hit you up, like, even when this show came out, right? Are people
Yeah.
like, yo, like old people, like, yo, I used to go to school with you. I see you on TV. You're playing ODB. Like, that's what I kind of
Yeah.
wanted to know.
Yeah, a lot of people hit me up and say that, they were tapped into my music before I made it. And that's crazy to me to even, I was really outside. So a lot of people see me. I went to school. A lot of people I probably, went to school with, one of your nieces and nephews.
Right. So you play ODB really, really well. I really enjoy you on the show. And he's an interesting character to play because he
Yeah.
has a lot of energy, and there's a
Yeah.
lot that comes with him. What did you do to get into character? Like, how did you study him?
I basically went in and I found everything I could find on this dude. I talked to his family. I studied how his son movement was because his son does a great job in portraying him on tour with the Wu-Tang. So I really just had to really do my homework and do extra homework, the stuff that people would never, like, you know what I'm saying, like studying his son. I don't think nobody would ever think about doing that. If you study in the character, that's the character. So I had to do extra stuff like that. I had to, because if I got this wrong, you know, I
Right.
wouldn't be on WRB right now.
Right.
So yeah,
I was
I had to
wondering
really,
that because his
yeah,
son does play him sometimes, and I know his son was up for the role, but ultimately RZA chose you because
yeah.
you had the acting chops. So I was wondering if there was any collaboration between you two in helping you like portray his father accurately.
No, he never gave me like any acting advice or any tips to portray him. I just like watched things he did, and like I feel like ODB story is like so powerful and like needs to be told. I tell people I feel like I'm a channel for the energy to just come through, and like the light to be, put upon this character, because it's a real important story, and nobody told it. I'm glad that, I was the one to tell the story and embody the character like that.
So in the last season, ODB's character just got his label, like his solo label situation. He's starting to become
Yeah,
popular. You're starting to see kind of like the jealousy between the characters a little bit. In this
yeah.
third and final season, where does his story go?
So we see ODB getting signed. He's really disappointed in the RZA making decisions for him. He's not really feeling the group that much. He's like kind of on his own thing. He does his own album,
Mm-hmm.
which is a classic album in hip hop, Return to 36 Chambers. And he just, finding who he really is and becoming the person we know as ODB. He really gets to turn up, and we get to see ODB really, go crazy in this season. So he's like, it's a moment where he's in the hospital because of some stuff, and we just see him wild out and go through a lot of misfortunate events. But ultimately he comes on top, and I don't want to dive too much into that, but
We just got to watch it. WuTang and American Saga coming back February 15th. Philly's own, North Philly's own, right from
North
Simon
Philly
Gratz.
zone. TJ Adams, make sure y'all check in when
Yes.
I drop my new single February 18th, Put You On. So yeah, I'm gonna come to WRB. We're gonna drop that exclusively, ain't that right?
Come through, TJ. My door, you see my door right here. My
I
door is
see the door
always,
right there,
the
so
door
I'm
is
pulling
always
up.
open for you.
I stay in Philly, so I'm pulling up.
Pull up. It's Mina
Thank you for
SayWhat on
having me.
100.3. Philly's R&B.